Welcome to the Lovestead.
Hello BookTube, welcome back to Lady Lovestead Reads. My name is Jessica and this is my weekly reading blog specifically focused on the Reindeer Readathon. One of my pet peeves is dirty glasses, and I just try to wipe my glasses on my shirt and it just made them dirtier. I'm going to pick up right where I left off last week with the Reindeer Readathon. If you're not familiar with the Reindeer Readathon, I have information about it in the description box down below. It's a month-long readathon and it's a competitive readathon. I am on Team Stalking and I've only gotten one book read so far because if you watch my vlog last week, you'll know I had jury duty, I had to go back to work. I had an unexpected death, so lots going on, but this week, now that jury duty is over, I think I can get caught back up on my reading. So today is Saturday the 11th, and the plan for today is to rotate between work, booktube, reading, and chores. I have like 4 booktube videos I need to film. I need to edit my vlog from last week. I need to get caught up on some work stuff that got carried over to the weekend because of jury duty. I need to get caught up on some house chores that got carried over into the weekend because of jury duty. And then I do want to read. And Brandon, my boyfriend, he has to work an overnight for inventory tomorrow. So he wants to stay up as late as he possibly can tonight, and we're going to try to find just some fun things to do to keep him awake and active into the evening. That's the plan for today. Let me share with you what I'm currently reading. First, I'm working on Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is book 2 in the Six of Crows duology. It's part of the Grishaverse, which if you've watched the Netflix Shadow and Bone TV show, that's what this is. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Johara at The Witchy Reader. I am about... My cat just did something she's never done before. And I think she's gotten herself good and stuck in the closet. And she's just gonna have to wait. Okay. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Johara. Cat. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Johara at The Witchy Reader. And I am about 126 pages in. I like that we're getting some perspectives from characters that we didn't necessarily get a lot of in the last book or any in the last book. Like Wyland has his own point of view in this book and he didn't in the last one. And we're getting to know Matthias and Nina a lot better in this one. I'm hoping to finish this by Wednesday this week because I am starting another buddy read on Wednesday, and so hopefully I can get through it. It is pretty chunky. It's over 500 pages. But I think if I spend a good amount of time reading every single day that I can get through it. The next book I'm working on is an audiobook. It's called The Last Report on the Miracles at Little No Horse by Louise Erdrich. And I started this back in November as part of Indigathon, and I haven't finished it. I just have not had a chance to sit down and listen to an audiobook. Can't exactly just whip out your phone and start listening to an audiobook when you're on jury duty. So I don't know how much progress I'll be able to make on it this week, but I will give it a good try. And then the last book that I'm reading is called There Are No Saints by Sophie, Lark. And this is a dark romance about 2 serial killers who both fall for the same girl. I am only 1 chapter into that book. Now in terms of the prompts for the Reindeer Readathon, I don't know yet which prompt I want to use this book for. It could fit a lot of different ones. I might just wait until the end of the month and use it to fill in a prompt if I'm missing one. And then for the Sophie Lark book, There Are No Saints, that one is for the Vixen prompt, which is to read a book that recently caught your eye. And then for the last reports on the miracles at Little No Horse, I don't know what prompt that will fill either, if it will even fill any of them. So it might not be one I count towards the readathon. Okay, let's get started with the day.
There's been a change of plans. I was originally going to work on reading Crooked Kingdom tonight, but I logged into my library because I have a couple of holds, and it turns out that this book, Winterhouse by Ben Gutterson, is due back to the library today. I tried to renew it and it is on hold for someone else, so I need to read this book. And Brandon has to stay up super late tonight. So I've decided what I'm going to do is challenge myself to read this entire book in 24 hours. And I think I can do it. It's a middle grade. Let me read the dust jacket for what this story is about. Okay. Orphan Elizabeth Summers' malevolent Aunt Purdy and Uncle Burlap ship her off to the ominous Winterhouse Hotel, followed by the peculiar Norbridge Falls, or owned by the peculiar Norbridge Falls. Upon arrival, Elizabeth quickly discovers that Winterhouse has many charms, most notably its massive library. It's not long before she locates a magical book of puzzles that will unlock a mystery involving Norbridge and his sinister family. But as she uncovers the hotel's secrets, Elizabeth starts to realize that she is somehow connected to Winterhouse, for better or for worse. This sounds so fun. It's giving me the unfortunate, what is it called? The series of unfortunate events vibes. It's giving me a little bit of the Nevermore series vibes, you know, because in that one, our main character also is taken away to a hotel. So I'm going to try and read this entire book in 24 hours so that I can get it back to the library for whoever has it on hold. And I'll put my own book, Crooked Kingdom, on hold. It is a little bit after midnight, and I am fading fast. I am not going to be able to stay up with Brandon anymore. Like, I'm going to have to shower and go to bed because I just keep yawning nonstop. But I have read half of Winterhouse, and I am enjoying it so much so far. I really like the protagonist. I think she is super smart. She's like really good at puzzles and riddles and things like that. And she keeps finding different puzzles and riddles at the Winterhouse Hotel. The hotel itself is amazing. I really want to go visit the hotel and stay there, like maybe for a Christmas break. But yeah, and then it has really lovely illustrations. Let me find one for you. Yeah, here's like the hotel lobby. So the illustrations are really cute, really lovely, well done. The illustrator is Chloe Bristol. Well done, Chloe. Yeah, I'm loving this book, really, really loving it, and I'm enjoying living in this little universe and halfway through, so I'm hoping that maybe I can get 1 or 2 more chapters read here before I sleep, but probably not. And hopefully the next time I check in with you, it'll be tomorrow, and I will be finished with the book.
Hello, BookTube. It is Tuesday, December 14th, and I did finally finish Winterhouse. I didn't quite make it in 24 hours, but I did finish it in 48 hours, so I'll still be able to get it back to the library in good time. And I really liked this book. I want to show you some of the illustrations again, because the illustrations were just so lovely, or are just so lovely. Like, there's their Christmas Eve dinner at the hotel. They really did a good job of kind of setting the mood for this story. So more details on this story. It is about a young girl named Elizabeth, and she lives with her aunt and uncle, and they're not very nice people. They send her to Winterhouse to spend her winter break, and she meets all kinds of interesting characters at the hotel. The hotel is nestled like up in the mountains, and it just has all those really cozy wintry vibes. You know, there's skiing, and there's all kinds of like interesting rooms in the hotel. The hotel has a big library, all kinds of artwork and paintings, and the rooms are like cozy and warm and snuggly. And I just love the way that this book made me feel. Like, it made me feel safe and secure and warm and nestled in. And what happens is Elizabeth finds a mysterious book in the library that's full of a bunch of puzzles. And she has to figure out these puzzles because there's like some light magic in it. And there's like this magical mystery kind of happening at the hotel that she's trying to solve with a friend that she meets at the hotel named Freddie. And Freddie is an inventor, and he's also staying at the hotel for his winter break, and their friendship is so cute and so sweet. And I loved Elizabeth's character growth that she experiences through her friendship with Freddie. Like, she makes some blunders, but she's able to sort of recognize what her faults are and where she goes wrong, and she apologizes to him, and it just shows like really healthy ways to deal with conflict in relationships. So I loved this book. I really, really liked it. Is it an all-time favorite? I don't know yet. I think this is one that I might come back to quite often just because of the way it makes me feel. Like, if I'm having a high anxiety day, I feel like this book would be a good option because it does have just like a soothing quality about it. So I think time will tell if this becomes an all-time favorite. In terms of a rating, I'm somewhere in between like a 3.5 and a 4 star. The story itself was pretty standard for a middle grade, but what really stood out to me was just that ambiance and yeah, just the way that it made me feel. So somewhere between like a 3.5 and a 4 in terms of rating. So this will go back to the library today. I'm going to continue working on Crooked Kingdom, but I think I'm going to put more energy into There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark so I can start getting more points on the board for the Reindeer Readathon. For the Reindeer Readathon, I am going to count this book as I don't remember which reindeer it is. I'll leave the reindeer name up here, but it's the prompt for a book with a red or green cover. And as you can see, this is mostly green, so I'm going to use it for that prompt for the Read-A-Thon. So that's the plan for reading. Today, I don't know if I mentioned it, I'm on my lunch break right now. Brandon and I are celebrating 9 years together. So we went and got lunch at Village Inn, got some coffee. This is Starbucks Irish Cream Cold Brew, and it is fantastic. This video is not sponsored. I'm just telling you, this is worth it if you like cold brew. So we did that, and then this evening is the celebration of life for my friend's husband who passed last week. So I have that, and then I'm also today going to try to get out to see the chickens because I haven't seen them in a while. They're getting so big. My rooster is starting to look quite majestic. So I'm going to go see them. I'm going to stop by the library and drop this book off. And I put on hold the second Winterhouse book, and it's already available. So I'm going to drop this one off and pick up the second one. It's kind of a lot going on today. And a lot of it's just going to depend on how I feel after the celebration of life for my friend. It's going to be a rough one. I'm not going to film any of that because that's just disrespectful to, you know, the family and the people there who are grieving. But that's the plan for today. Lots of highs and lows right now, you know? That's just life, I guess. Happy Saturday, December 18th. I have some reading updates for you. First, not reading related. A friend of mine wanted to mess with my makeup today, so my eyeliner is quite dramatic. Not my usual style, but we're gonna roll with it. Just say we're channeling Amy Winehouse, and it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. All right, books. I have read some. Thursday, I read The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson, and I read this in one sitting. One, because it's a short book, and two, because I loved it. I loved it. It took like a chapter or two to really get going, but once it did, I was in it to win it. And this was a book that I buddy read with my friend Angel at Angel Reads. His information is in the comments, not in the comments, in the description box down below. Do check out his channel. And yeah, I mean, this was dark, it was gothic, it was creepy, but it also asked some really interesting questions about humanity. So it asks questions about like what is good and evil and what happens if you separate the two. And it kind of explores how if you try to separate your good from your evil, your good can no longer contain the evil and the evil can overtake the good. And just a lot of really interesting thoughts on personality and that question of good versus evil. And there was a lot to think about, a lot to break down. There was some exciting things that happened. There was a really fun scene with the doctor and some potions, and I mean, I loved it. What more can I say? I really like Robert Louis Stevenson. I think he is one of my favorite classic authors. Yeah, awesome. The only other book that I haven't read of his like well-known works is Kidnapped, and I'm planning to read that in 2022. I haven't landed on a rating yet, but I'm pretty sure it's not quite a 5-star, but it's either a 4 or a 4.5. So good. Pi says hello. Say hi, baby. Say hi. Oh, throat punched me. Okay, next I'm almost through There Are No Saints by Sophie, Lark, and whoo boy, I've got like literally 25 pages left. Like I'm almost done. It is so good. It is super dark though. So if you have triggers, like check your trigger warnings. She's a dark one. And it's, I mean, I can't really talk about the plot or anything like that because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But it is dark. It is twisted, it is gritty, it is sensual, but there's also like this element of healing in it and an element of like self-acceptance and exploration, an element of like hardcore authenticity and honesty, and whoo boy, really, really like it. Very steamy. If you don't like a lot of smut or steaminess in your books, that's also something to consider. This book is not going to be for everyone. It is just really not going to be for everyone. Dark, twisted, steamy, and like the steam is a little bit of BDSM going on. But it's kind of a cool look at BDSM as healing. So, I mean, there's that. Yeah, so not gonna be for everyone, but it is really working for me. I will probably finish it today as part of the Thrill to the Weekend Read-A-Thon. Now, Thrill to the Weekend Read-A-Thon is doing their live show today, and I'm so sad I'm not gonna be able to be there because I've got some personal things that have come up. I was actually going to be hosting with them at the live show. Yeah, I'm really disappointed about it, but I mean, that's life, you know? What else can I tell you? For Thrill to the Weekend, I did start our group read, which is In the Dream House by Carmen Machado, and I'm only like 25 pages in, and I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like she's not ghost writing. I feel like she is, what's the word? Gaslighting me. I feel like she's gaslighting her readers. Because like the first part of the book so far has just been all of these weird, nuanced sort of allegories, and you know, she's stating some research that's been done on memoirs, and it's all about the authorial voice and it's about, like, so far, she's talked a lot about whether or not you can rely on the narration of a memoir, whether or not the narrator is to be believed, whether or not they are telling the truth in their memoirs. There's a little part in there where she quotes some research that talks about how most memoirists are stretching the truth in places in order to paint a picture. She's doing it in a way that really does feel like gaslighting, because it's like, it feels like she's saying, you can't always believe us, but you should believe me just because. Like, ugh, I don't like that. I'm gonna keep reading it. It's been a book that a lot of people that I respect here on BookTube have said good things about, who have spoken highly about this book. So I'll definitely keep reading it because, like, I trust my friends and their taste. Oh, I did a library haul. So, okay, let's go over what I've done. I can't even remember the last time I actually checked in. I know I've got a lot of B-roll footage. So, you know, we had the celebration. I think it might have even been Tuesday the last time I actually spoke to you. So Tuesday we had the celebration of life. Wednesday I worked all day till pretty late. Thursday, I know I worked all day Thursday, but I don't remember anything outside of that. Yesterday I again worked all day. I finally did my nails last night. I love them. I finally, like, I feel like myself when my nails are done. When my nails are not done, I'm off. Like, I don't quite feel like me. Oh, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday I read all of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's all I did after work, was I just sat down and read that entire book. Okay, it's coming back to me. Friday, which was yesterday, yeah, I worked all day and then I read There Are No Saints. And then today I ran some errands. I went to Starbucks. I got their caramel brulee latte, and not a big fan. It doesn't taste anything special. Like, I don't get caramel brulee from it. I get standard sweet latte from it. I don't get caramel brulee. Then I went to the library. I have a great library haul here. That's another thing I can show you here while I've got you. So, okay. Tuesday I did go to the library, and I got not only the second book in the Winterhouse series, but the third book as well. So I had the second book on hold, and then the third book was on the shelf. So I just grabbed them both. And after I get through Thrill to the Weekend, I am going to pick these back up. And then today, I had a couple holds come in. The first hold that came available is Final Girls by Riley Sager. I'm doing this as a buddy read with Angel in January. The second hold that came available is Verity by Colleen Hoover. And I'm going to try to read this for Thrill of the Weekend. So if I can get through In the Dream House, this will be the next one that I power through for this Thrill to the Weekend readathon. So also in terms of Reindeer Readathon points, I've decided that for There Are No Saints, instead of doing that for the Vixen prompt, which is a book that has recently caught your eye, I'm going to do it for the prompt, and I can't remember which reindeer it is, but it's the prompt for try a new author. Oh, it's Cupid. So Cupid, take a shot at a new author, because this is the first time that I've read a Sophie Lark. And for a book that has caught your eye, I'm going to use Verity, because I've read Colleen Hoover before, but this book has caught my eye recently. So that's going to take that spot. So I've switched some things around on my Reindeer Readathon board. For Thrill to the Weekend, I am going to get through There Are No Saints, which counts as my book about a serial killer, since it's about 2 serial killers. I'm going to read the group read in the Dream House, and then I'm going to read this one. I'm knocking these readathons out of the park this month. Alright, the last book that I got from the library is King of Scars. And this is part of the Grishaverse. It's the duology that comes after the Six of Crows duology, and I'll be buddy reading this with my friend Johara in January. That's my library haul. This is a pretty good library haul. Alright, the rest of today, I do have to get logged into work and do some work. I'm hoping to get some of this vlog edited so that I can get it posted for you on Tuesday. And then I've got some personal stuff going on. That's about it. Then it's reading. Reading. It's Monday, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the vlog here. And let's just talk about what I read. So, I think it was this vlog that, yes, it was, that I unexpectedly read Winterhouse because it was due back to the library. So I read Winterhouse by Ben Gutterson, and I think I'm going to settle on a 4 stars out of 5 for that one. Then I finished There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. Whew, that book. I don't have a firm rating for it yet, but it's going to be higher than a 3 and lower than a 5. I just don't know if it's a 4 or a 4.5. I think it's one of those things that time will tell. Like if it sticks with me, if I want to go back and read it again, maybe it's a 4.5, maybe even a 5. Like, sometimes I have to give these things time before my star rating of them is like firm. And then I read half of In the Dream House by Carmen Maria or Mariah, I'm not sure which one it is. Carmen Maria Machado. And I read There Are No Saints and In the Dream House for Thrill to the Weekend. And then Winterhouse, There Are No Saints, and In the Dream House are also all going to count towards the Reindeer Readathon. I'm going to hold off on talking about In the Dream House until my next vlog, until after I finished it. I do have some thoughts on that book, but I'm just going to hold off because this vlog is already pretty long, and I want to wait till I've completely finished the book to really formulate what I want to say about it. So those are the books that I read. Thank you for hanging out with me here over the course of the last week. I hope you're all having a wonderful December. If you're doing the Reindeer Readathon, go Team Stocking!
Chasing waterfalls, bleaching through the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're going.